commonly asked questions to me, really, about fighting, right?
What we're talking about? What have I missed?
Let's get the first one out of the way. Do I think I could beat Mike Tyson in his prime?
What?
No. No. It's stupid. No.
All right, so people have been megging him with daft questions, and he's taking them as serious. Right, okay, let's go.
Could I be UFC champion? No. I don't have the skill. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I don't have the skill. I can't grapple. I can't wrestle. I can't do no jiu-jitsu. So, no. Right? Yeah? I'm just a geezer, right, who's had a lot of fights on the road. Yeah? And I would say that I've been lucky in a lot of them, the fact that I've walked away and I've won. Do you know what I'm saying? I haven't had a fight for years, everybody. This is what you lot need to get ready, fucking heads. I haven't had a fight for years, man. The last... I mean, listen, I've had a few situations outside my house where people have come for the brawl, but I've gone out there, Viking styling. Come on, Ed, and I've just run at
Got shot and ran back in.
them, yeah? And they've
Got shot off Benz and ran back in.
shit it and jumped in the cars and drove off quick, yeah? So I haven't actually put my hands on anybody, apart from a bit of sparring here and there with a few people in the gym. I haven't actually put my hands on anybody for years. Do you know what I mean? I don't go out there looking for fights, yeah? I'm a fighter if it's put upon me, right? But I'm not a fighter as in, you know, I go out there looking for fights. Do you know what I mean? It's not something I enjoy doing. For anybody who's got a raging lunatic temper, like I have, yeah, you will know what I'm talking about now. When you proper lose it and go psycho and you bear damage or whatever, afterwards, it drains the out of you. And it depends on what level you've gone to how much it drains you. If you feel like shit. Do you know what I mean? Right, so let me tell you straight. I don't go there voluntarily. I only go there when somebody's like trying to hurt me or whatever. Yeah? I'm not a bravado geezer. Even though I've told you on my channel about bare stuff that I've done, and it is all true, right? I have never... like, willingly gone into that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's always been put on me in some way, shape or form, and I've just responded with berserker. But I don't...
Shut up! I've been shot, you dickhead!
go out there looking for it. I would rather love than fight, yeah? But unfortunately, the world ain't
Robbie Williams is mint.
like that. So I've developed a fighting side of me, right? That's also when it comes to my training. And here's another question, right? If I train so much, why am I not huge? Arnold Schwarzenegger's
That's a very good question.
eyes. Because I don't want to be. I don't want to sacrifice my speed, my agility and my fitness.
He's not going to sacrifice his amphetamine for anybody, is he?
Right? For muscle, to
He did go berserk at his daughter, he did.
look good. I'm not interested in how I look. That doesn't interest me. I'm interested in what I can do. Yeah? Now, this is not... Listen, let's take fighting out of it, right? When I go on holiday with my children, I can surf for hours. I can go in the water with 8 hours and surf. And climb mountains.
Well, these kids do like to wash up, don't they? Hey, you little crack family.
With them. Yeah? Right? If we was out in the middle of nowhere, which we are quite often because I take my kids all over the place, and one of them hurt themselves, I could put that on my shoulder and carry them for 10 miles to the nearest hospital.
So you're in the middle of nowhere, but there's a hospital in 10 miles.
If I hurt myself, like when I go scramming, and I come off hard, well, I've come off in places where other mates have come off as well, don't forget. So I've come off in places and like I broke my thumb and broke one of my fingers or something, yeah? They've come off in the same place and they've fractured all the ribs, they've broke their ankle, they've snapped the wrist. Well, the reason being is they're not built like me. They're not as built as resilient as me, yeah? Also, like, I'm 40. Well, I'm 40 in 5 days, everybody, yeah? 40, happy birthday to Danny. I'm 40 in 5 days.
He's got no credit there, J-Mac.
The reason I can do so much for a 40-year-old and the reason that I look like this and everything, in my opinion, is because I've always fucking trained. Always.
He really, you know how body dysmorphia, right? You've got people that, like, they'll be skinny and they'll look in the mirror and they'll see someone fat. I think that's how it works. I'm paraphrasing here, right? I genuinely think that Danny's got that, but in reverse. I think Danny thinks he looks great. I really do think he believes he looks great.
So I've never been interested in looking good.
Or there's no mirrors in his house.
I don't look, trust me, I don't look shabby if I take my top off. I've got a decent physique especially for a man of my age. That's natural. Yeah, I've got a decent physique, but I don't look like no fucking godly statue because I don't want to. I want to have a little bit of fat covering me, yeah, but only a little tiny bit, just for any impacts that I take. So it's not just like rock on bone or bone on bone or whatever. Yeah, I also want to be very strong, but as light as I can be with that strength, because then I'm still rapidly fast as fuck.
He does look good for a crackhead. Yeah, let's be fair.
Fast in every movement that I do, whether it be running, playing sports, surfing. Listen, I can catch a wave when it's upon me, right? And that's even if I'm not on the brake. I don't need to be on the brake. I can be as the wave's forming, but because I'm that powerful in the water, that fast, I can catch that wave. When I'm climbing anything, I've climbed stuff before that's been like sheer rock faces and stuff, crazy shit.
Just one of my favourite comments of all time was when he read it out today and he said, what does my barber do for a living? Well, he's a barber. What do you mean by that? You've just answered your own question. I was crying.
I'm a bit nuts like that, yeah. Especially when it comes to nature. I love doing crazy things with nature.
So he's got loads of money off loads of cameos and that, right? Makes loads of money off social media, but he just happens to love all the things that cost fuck all, literally zero. That's what he loves to do with the family. Things that cost fuck all. But likes to play golf by himself, not with a family though, not with a family because that would cost money. But if something costs fuck all, then he loves it.
Yeah. Right, and I've been climbing some shit, and I've nearly fell off. And
do you think he's ever taken his kids to the cinema or anything like that?
My grip and my strength alone has held me on that fucker. And if I didn't have the strength and the grip that I've got, I would be dead. Seriously, I've been held down when I've been surfing. I've been held under by waves, right, and tumbled like a fucking washing machine. And unless you surf, you don't know what I mean. But if you surf, you know what I mean. When you get wiped and tumbled, yeah. I've been held down for ages, man. If I couldn't hold...
Yeah, well, we know you've been held down for ages. You got forced blowbacks and that, didn't you? They got you addicted to drugs.
Hold my breath for as long, I would have been fucked.
If you're as strong-minded as you say you are, Danny, you'd be able to give up smoking.
So, my physique is how I want it. This is exactly what I want, right? I don't want to be ripped up, ridged up muscle, and I don't want to get huge. Because if I get over 14 stone, I get slow.
He said that. He slurred that, didn't he?
My physique...
The way he said 14 stone.
...is how I want it. This is exactly what I want, right? I don't want to be ripped up, ridged up muscle, and I don't want to get huge. Because if I get over 14 stone, I get slow. I get way more unfit. I'm carrying way too much weight. I don't feel comfortable with it. Another
he wants question. To look strong out. Get it, Tony, son. I love a bit of Swiss Tony, mate, you know. He's a bella.
Let's get through some of these questions.
One of the real ones up here he is. I know rack pulling that calls people the real ones, but Swiss Tony's one of the real ones. So's Length of Love. Shout out Length of Love.
Asked. Do you know what I mean, right? Why don't I just go back to full-time work, yeah, and save 50 grand and move? Do you honestly think if I could do that, I wouldn't have done it by now?
Why can't you save 50 grand, Danny? Granted, it'll take a good few years in dedication, but loads of people save up that kind of money just working normal jobs. You've got to do it most people have got to do to buy a house now. It's what my parents did. My parents both from council estates, and to buy their first property, they lived in a council house and they saved up till they had enough money for a deposit to get a mortgage. So yeah, why don't you just save it up?
Yes, I could say.
That level of self-control to him is unimaginable, isn't it?
That 50G, if I was selfish, and
I've saved 10k not smoking for a year. Well done, Rach. It's nearly a year as well, isn't it?
My kids didn't have the Christmases and the holidays and the birthdays that they have. But I'm
To be fair, right? To be fair, sorry about talking about this, right? But if you look at these photos of Rachel from a year ago, when she was smoking Bear Star Dog Fam every day, like Danny does, to a photo, well, to what Rachel looks like now, she looks like a different person. She looks so much healthier. So, like, she looks like a different, nigh on practically a different person to me. So, Danny, that's what you could achieve just by putting down the Bear Star Dog.
not selfish.
Like, what's his plans? Is he going to smoke weed every single day of his life till he dies? Like, is that his plan? Because some people that you hate pinned you down and give you blowback when you were a kid, so they've ruined your whole life. You won't give them that power, are you, Danny, to ruin your whole... That story's not true, is it? Doesn't matter if it's not true. You won't give them that power, Danny, are you, where they ruin your whole life because they pin you down, they give you blowback.
As much as I want to get away from here, I do always put my family first.
Yeah, he had a 25 grand wedding, didn't he? He had a 2 grand wedding.
Always. That's why I'm not dripping in Armani. That's why I'm not dripping...
Danny genuinely thinks Armani's an expensive make, doesn't he? I thought Armani was expensive when I was 14.
in gold. Do you know what I mean, right? Because I always put my family first. My family come first before my wants and my needs.
That's not true, though, is it? Because you'd rather have Star Dog than do anything with your family.
Always. And they will do until the day that I die.
He had a 1 grand wedding. I see what you did there.
Because that is what makes a good husband and a good father. Somebody who is willing to put...
It's not very nice, Mr. Shadowboxer.
The family before them. And that's what I'm so unselfish. It is unreal. I do not have a selfish bone in my body. Right? So if it's like, oh, kids, you're not going on holiday this year. You're having no Christmas presents, but I'm going to get what I want.
Bring this probably going still thinks Rockport's as a flex.
Yeah, no. If I have to go with...
Rock, again, I thought Rockports were like, oh, I've got Rockports. But thinking back, I was 15 at the time.
Without, and I don't get to live my dreams, but my kids have a very good upbringing, and they get to see the world. Do you know what I mean? And
honestly, right, when I was a kid, right, when I got my first job, I bought myself an Armani watch, right? I think it was like 199 quid or something. And to me, it was like a Rolex at the time.
They have what they need while they're growing up. Well, you know something, that's the price I pay for being a dad.
Now, me Rolex is like a Rolex.
Man. So that 50 grand needs to be earned through what I'm doing. The social media, the Twitch streaming and stuff like that. Now, Twitch, don't get it twisted. I don't get donated hardly fuck all, but I do get donated from some people. And those people who have donated, thank you very much. And it will only get bigger, right? My YouTube will only get bigger. When I come back from Doncaster after my birthday, I'm basically going to get a part-time job because I haven't got enough clients, personal training to be paying me as much as what I need right now. So I'm going to condense them clients into the days that I'm not working. I'm going to get a part-time job working 3 days a week. I don't really know what I'm going to do, anything to be honest. I'm just going to get a part-time job working 3 days a week. I'm going to do my personal training as well, and my YouTube, and my Twitch, yeah?
Shadow, leave my moderator alone.
And I'm going to try and make a good living out of that. Now, the only way that I won't need 50 grand to move out of Birmingham is obviously if I do make it on this YouTube thing. Because then
Oh, I've got some bad news for you, Danny. You do not make it on the YouTube thing. In fact, Danny, hold on, let's pause for full screen for this. Danny, I've seen your future, and it's not pretty. It's you and Tony slowly dying in the same house. And it gets bad, Danny. It gets really bad. There's this couple called the Dossers. They buy a golf club for you, and then they run it over with a Mercedes. And then you try and auction it for 5 grand to help the pensioners, even though you went to jail for robbing pensioners. And it doesn't work out, Danny. It doesn't work. You wake up on bank holiday on Monday and you realize you've made a mistake. You've made a mistake. Sorry.
could be earning enough a month that, my social media comes with me. So if I'm earning enough money a month from all social media and that, I can go anywhere. Tony's already said to me, Danny, if you're earning grands a month from your social media and Twitch and that, we can go anywhere. You don't need the
Has he never even earned grands a month from this?
50G if you're earning grands out your social media. But we're probably a few years away from that yet. You know what I mean? That answers that question for you.
I don't want to tell him how much I saved to buy this apartment. It'll snap him in half.
Another quite frequently asked question, right?
No one's ever asked any of these questions, have they?
This one does my head in, right? Get this straight. I do not go out there and try and fight fucking dogs.
This might be a real question.
The fight I had with them fucking dogs in my back garden was because there was a neighbour's dog that had been in my back garden and played with me before.
No one's paying £6 to watch this mob, but he will cancel subscribers only. So I've already paid £6, but I got a discount for the first month, so it was £5.39. But I've already paid my £6, and I can't wait for it to begin. I cannot wait. I'm not going to comment. I just want to watch.
But they've been listen,
and I'll let you watch with us.
They can lie all the way.
So we only need one subscription between them. Don't worry about it. We still only got 14 subscribers. I checked just before I came on this live.
Yeah, but the basic.
And TikTok, I googled it. TikTok take 35% of subscriptions and 50% of gifts.
Basically,
I didn't realize it was 50% of gifts. That's ridiculous. That
the dogs have been left out late on the night over Christmas. They came in rather than be friendly. The big dog, which was a bull mastiff.
Was it big dog Yogo? Is he called Yogo, Danny?
Yeah, was growling.
Sorry, I've just snorted on myself.
At my fucking daughter. My daughter was screaming. She was on the trampoline. I just went out and fucking put my hand on the dog's collar like I normally would to put it back over the fence that he'd pushed down. And the next thing I knew, I was in a fight for my life.
You can time us out. I don't want to comment. I just want to watch.
So I don't attack dogs.
And if he blocks the Hedgehog Man account, I'll just set up another one that he doesn't know is me and talk to him every day like he's my best pal.
Yeah.
And restream it.
Yeah. The other dog, my own dog, Blacks, right? Blacks was a stray dog. So Blacks had been...
I wonder what colour Blacks was,
brought to me
because Blacks was a golden retriever.
By some kids. I had a big staff myself.
So some kids turned up and they said, "Here, you dickhead, look after this dog for her." And because you're scared of kids, you just did it. Yeah, I can believe that.
I don't really understand how the kids thought it was my staff, though, because mine was ginger and white butch. This one was black, jet black. That's why I called him Blacks.
Ah!
Yeah, right? And he was brought to me as a stray, no owners or anything. He was a violent, weird...
Couldn't afford a puppy, bless him.
...tempered dog from the start. I totally understand why whoever was his owners got rid of him. I totally understand why they just let him out and got rid of him, because he was a violent dog. I had him in because he had nowhere to go, and these kids who brought him to my house, the parents wouldn't let him have them. I phoned the police. I said to the police, "Look, I've got this dog. What do I do?" Rah, rah. They went, "Well, within 12 weeks, if nobody's claimed him, you can have him." And I asked the missus,
"Is this true? Is this what happens with the dog?"
Rah, rah. I'll make him, I'll sort his temperament out, rah, rah. Because my other dog, Butch, was just soft as shit, right?
Can't sleep, Chrissy. It's 10 to 9. Are you 10-year-old?
So after 12 weeks, nobody claimed him, so I had him. I come back from work one day, went up in the bedroom, the dog was behind the door. I've gone up in my bedroom, yeah, the dog's just fucking behind the door waiting for me. I don't fucking know what was going on, yeah. He's grabbed me.
A dog is for life, not just for Christmas. Woo! I see what you did.
I mean, right, grab my trap.
A dog is for wife, not just for Christmas. Woo! I like PeachIFX. He's one of my favourite commenters. He is my favourite commenter of all time, actually.
Houses at the back and started trying to rag me off the bed, literally violent as fuck.
Like, if I had a top 5, it would be PeachIFX, 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 PeachIFX. And when I was sitting with Dimmy one night, right, and I was off me nut, right, in 2023, I convinced him that Pete was actually the guy from ShyFX.
So we had a fight because he was trying to fucking eat my leg. Yeah? And the other fight I've had with the dog was my brother's dog, Zeus, a black pit bull, yeah? I looked after him while Simon went on holiday. And my son's bedroom was right next to my bedroom. My son was asleep with the covers over him, fast asleep.
Oh, is this where the dog was trying to book his son, is it?
Me and Tony could hear like a grunting noise, like a pig grunting.
I reckon his son was making the dog nosh him off because the dog couldn't afford his tick bill.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that dog up to, Bab? So I got out of bed, went and found him basically on top
The dog was dipping his son's stash, wasn't
of
it?
my son on the covers, proper pounding the covers like he was trying to shag my son. So I was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? So I grabbed him by his collar and threw him off the bed. And then he turned
I reckon it was his son moving on. His
on
son
me.
was bucking the dog, wasn't he? Danny caught his son bucking a dog. It sounds highly likely. It's more convincing than Danny's the dog's shadow boxer story. That's what kind of dog it was. It was a shadow boxer.
Yeah, and we had a bit of a scuffle.
Oh, I'm taking myself.
So don't get it twisted. I don't go out there fighting dogs. The 3 times I've had altercations with dogs where I've had a bit of a fight with them, yeah,
Danny caught the dog cheating on him.
has always been the dogs, not me. Yeah? I've just had bad luck where that's concerned. Seriously. Another frequently asked question. Right. Some people have asked me, like, was Anthony my biological son? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. His dad had fuck all to do with him. Nothing. He didn't have a dad until I came into the picture.
He did have a dad. Everybody's got a dad.
Right? And I was Anthony's dad for like 12 years before he died. And I was Anthony's dad. He called me dad. I called him son. I looked at him like my flesh and blood.
You know, I'm not going to take the piss out of that. I understand that, Danny. I've seen that happen with plenty of other people's children when people have came into relationships with them and took over the role, stepped up to the role. So I'm not going to laugh at that. And I don't think that the fact he wasn't your biological son would have made the pain of losing him any less. I don't think any parent should have to bury their child. I really don't. And there's no punchline to that.
Right, which Tony's got her kids, but they're all my flesh and blood. That's what I'm like. When I love,
They're not your flesh and blood, though. Oh, God, I said I wasn't going to take the piss. Just let him talk.
love, right? And Tony's kids I've taken on as my own. Do you know what I'm saying? They're mine. There is no There's no difference between Tony's kids and my kids. Do you understand?
There is no differentiation between who's going to spend the child benefit.
Difference.
You said you weren't going to take the Mickey Cricks. I can't help it.
There is no difference. I love them all the same. So Anthony, even though he wasn't biologically mine, he was mine. He was my boy. Do you know what I mean, right? It was the apple of my eye, let me tell you. I was his dad because he didn't fucking have one. And I happily took that role because he was my boy. So just to straighten that out, yeah? He wasn't my biological son, but he was my son. He was my boy, right? Okay, another frequently asked question. What sports do I play? What am I good at?
None of them. Absolutely nothing, Daniel.
Yeah? Everybody seems to think that I'm good at everything. No, I'm not.
They do not. But there's a fake laugh.
Never played tennis, don't know if I'd be any good at it. What I'm
You're not. We've seen it. You're not.
good at is this. I'm good at badminton. I'm good at
I reckon I could do with badminton, like.
basketball. I'm okay at football.
I've never seen him play basketball. You do not play basketball by yourself.
I'm not going to say I'm good.
You can have a round of golf by yourself, and that's about it.
Okay at football, yeah? I'm good with anything to do with the gym. Obviously, I'm good at boxing, even though I'm not a boxer.
How is that obvious?
I'm just good with my hands kind of thing. I'm good at rock climbing. I'm good at surfing. And I'm decent when it comes to riding a scrum. Decent, not good. Decent. Yeah? And I'm really good at golf. Right? They're the things that I do. I haven't tried everything, so I don't
Your mum loves a kid that isn't hers, Rich.
know if I'd be good at them things because I haven't tried them. I could be shit. I could be good. Right? But another thing that also I want to make clear to everybody, yeah, is, right, I am not a fucking professional fighter.
We know.
I have never
You're not professional anything, Danny.
had no professional training. I have never been in the ring and had a professional fight in my life. Like I said to you, I try and avoid it. Yeah, it's just unfortunately it ends up fucking finding me all the bastard time. And I have to end up using these even though I would prefer not to. Right? So I'm not a professional fighter. I've never been a professional fighter, right? I have learned myself everything that I know. Everything that I know is self-taught.
Right, that'll explain why it's all a load of bollocks then.
Yeah, and through having lots of altercations through my life where I've had to fight. Learning what was good, learning what didn't work, what does work, blah, 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 right? But I'm not a professional fighter. I don't want to be a professional fighter. Now, do you know something? The only reason I say that is because I'm now too old. I'm not 40, right?
All right, you could have been a contender though, couldn't you, Daniel? Piss off! Piss off!
If I would have known what I know now, it's just...
Which is next to nothing.
You know something?
Is it possible to know less than Danny G?
For everybody out there, it's not a hard life. UFC, a lot harder than boxing. You choose to go into UFC, man, you can get your face smashed in, your bones broken, everything. In boxing, to be honest with you, unless you're getting your head punched in on a daily fucking basis and you can't box, but you just go in there and get your head lathered.
He's definitely losing his fight against Star Dog addiction. His fight against Rolly addiction. His fight against growing old. And his fight against herpes is lost already, isn't it?
Brain damage can happen.
He's already been mentally destroyed in his battle against Bill Kelly.
But boxing's a good sport, everyone. I
think it's fair to say the Hedgehog Man has been victorious round after round after round. Every single round's a 10-8 round, really. MV says, I'm a professional fighter. If I wasn't old and shit at fighting, I'd have been a professional fighter if I wasn't old and shit at fighting. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like that, and it's like me going, oh. Well, anybody could do anything if they were world class at it to a world level, but you're not.
You know, wasted talent, wasted time in where my department is. Didn't even realise.
Oh, I hope that the kids know that these kids that you've taken on as your own know that that how you feel is that's wasted time. That's sure that's really heartwarming for them. You definitely killed them, Craig.
Time. Didn't realise, didn't even think. Nobody was there to tell me. Well, I'm going to tell you now, right? Yeah. I've been told too many times in my life that
to shut up. Well, he's not been told enough times in his life to shut up. That's what's wrong with him. I think a large proportion of this is a direct effect of not having any mates.
Either my mentality, because I'm too crazy, will stop me doing something.
Like mates that go, you're not fucking wearing that coming out with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or shut up, man, you idiot. That's wrong because.
Or there's no way you can learn it at.
Or keep that theory to yourself. You sound mental.
This age. Or you should have done this when you were 16 because there's no way you can do it at 25 or 27 or 29. No point in even thinking about it, Danny. And then you let them people, because they're in your life, you let them try and talk
or get a job, you melt.
you out of doing something that you really want to do, yeah? Don't ever let them do that. I've been there and I've let people talk me out of this stuff, and I now fucking know that if I wouldn't have listened to them and I would have followed my own brain and my own heart, I would be in a lot more successful.
Or, you know, when Hedgehog Man gives you free YouTube advice on how to make thousands of pounds in revenue a month, why don't you listen and take on board and put into practice just one of the things he says? And I wish you would, Danny, because honestly, if you sent me a voice note and you said, can you tell me how to make a lot of money on YouTube? I would do. And I mean this wholeheartedly, I would do. One, because for my own content, there is nothing funnier than a spacker with a load of money.
Fucking place than what I am now.
And two, I'm bored of watching you. I'd love to know how Danny would decorate a house with like a 10, 15k budget.
Whether it would have been through golf, boxing.
Because we've seen the damage you can do on no budget. So
or whatever, because I have thought about boxing in the past, but I was talked out of it. Because you're too crazy, Danny. You can't go in a boxing ring, because if you start to lose...
Is this one of his other personalities talking to him? Or was this his ma humouring him because she didn't want to see her son get her face punched in?
You'll bite the cunt's fucking face off. No, I won't. It's a boxing ring. There are fucking rules.
Nobody puts Danny in the corner.
This person's not my exact enemy that I'm getting in the ring with. It's just another boxer. He hasn't tried to kill my missus. He hasn't come round my house and threatened my fucking kids. It's just another boxer. So why am I going to go there? I wouldn't be in a boxing. Listen, I don't know. There's probably a lot of
Oh, I've seen it, Vicky. It's awful, innit?
boxers watch my channel, yeah? Wouldn't being in a boxing gym and being around a proper boxing coach, wouldn't that have taught me restraint and discipline anyway? Wouldn't it have been a good environment for me to be in? Same as the army. Couldn't go in the army, Danny. You'll end up kicking off. How do you know? Maybe that structure and discipline would have calmed me down a bit.
Tony, his rabbit, would definitely have halitosis. Is it halitosis? What is it that killed all the what is it that killed all the rabbits at the end of Watership Down?
Hey, maybe I could have got to the where I am now, yeah, sooner. How do you know? But nah, see, I let them
Facebook Marketplace for such a bed. And I don't go on Facebook Market. Rachel, don't ever say that again.
talk me out of it.
Ugh.
Shouldn't have done that.
Tramp.
Should have followed my own path. I should have gone, fuck you, I'm doing what I want to do. Fuck you, I'm doing what I want to do.
Halitosis is bad breath. Myxomatosis. See, I wasn't that far off.
Believe in myself. That's what it is. It's self-belief. I never, listen, I've struggled. Listen, you all think I'm hyper confident. Yes, I am very confident, but I have always struggled
Your algorithm only shows you what you're interested in, Rich.
through self-belief for my whole life. It's only now I have self-belief. Now I know what I put my mind to I can achieve. Right, that's how I know that my YouTube's going to be successful. I know that I'll make my Twitch better than what it is. My personal training will get better, and my life will
Louis
get better.
Vuitton microwave.
I know that.
I'd sign it for him.
Because I know what I can achieve. I know the energy that I have to put into something, and I know that when I actually put that energy in there with no negativity, pure positive energy, not negative, pure positive, right? The outcome will be positive. It may take time, it may take hard work, but it's worth it. Yeah? And no matter what he or she or anybody says, I will persevere, I will carry on, and I will get to where I want to get to in the end. Oh, yes, I will. And I don't care what you say or what you say. It's took me years to get that. For anybody listening to this now, get that now. Listen, it's better to try and fail than not try at all. Or it's better to try and fail than get to an age where something that you wanted to do is no longer possible. For instance, you want to be a professional footballer, yeah? Right? Well, you know something, any sport is just hard work and dedication. I'm going
Jesus Christ.
to tell you that straight. Any sport, you may not become the greatest ever, but you can become a professional at any sport that you want to do if you are willing to put the time and effort into it. And I'm telling you that fucking now. It's that simple, right?
Right, Rich, you taught me out. You told me that £140 per placemat was too much money. But I still want to buy them. At 500 odd quid on placemats for the dining room table, I don't think it's a big deal. But apparently that's mental.
Yeah, and providing you ain't got nothing physical that stops you, if you're just normal, physical, normal person, yeah, you can do any fucking sport you want to do. But you don't. Your dad or your mum or whatever tell you, you can't do it. All right? Now, there is some things that will stop you. I've told my kids
I have just ordered Ralph Lauren bed sheets, though.
this. You've got to understand, if your parents ain't rich, right, there are certain things like you want to become professional
Most people's parents aren't rich, Danny.
skier, but you live in England on a council estate, right? Yeah,
Right.
and you want to go skiing all over the world to 5-6 competitions a year. Your parents ain't going
I
to
bet you Tony's been skiing. Recently.
be able to afford that. Pick another sport.
I meant wanking two people off, Danny, in case you missed that.
Pick something that you can do anywhere. Use your common sense.
Put your food on me for $2.50.
You need to practice this thing every day, yeah?
They're not plates. They're just plates. They're just placemats.
You need to practice this 24/7, yeah? Pick a sport you can do anywhere. Now, boxing's one of them sports, football's one of them sports, basketball's one of them sports, rugby is to a certain degree, cricket, tennis, do you know what I mean? Any one of these sports, swimming, it's only going to a swim bath, it don't cost fuck all. Doesn't matter where your parents are in life, they can support you doing that. Athletics, really not a problem. Anything to do with athletics, not a problem. But say you want to be a footballer and you let your mum and dad talk you out of it,
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
right? Because or it's through your lack of effort.
I remind my father every day that he told me that I couldn't achieve what my dreams were as a child.
Yeah.
Every day I remind him.
Then when you get to 40, you know you could have been a footballer. You know you could have done that. And then you have the regret coming. Which I do have, you know. I have that, everyone. So I'm not perfect, man. Far from it. I'm just a normal geezer. Made bare mistakes.
Better mistakes, Dan.
Bare mistakes. Bare. Bare. Boxing is probably one of them.
You know what it is? It's not great, but the beach just along the rocks from it is brilliant. There's a surf club there and a surf shack, surf shop and everything. Surf school.
I probably could have been a good boxer. Wasted it now. Too fucking old.
Like about a 3 or 4 minute walk.
Wasted opportunity gone. Bit of regret there, really. But just got to move on. Can't really worry about it. Got to move on. Can't let it drag you down. Think about what I'm saying. Just think about what I'm saying. So, your next video is going to be training.
If anybody's interested in Danny's life coaching course, it's $5.99 and available exclusively on TikTok.
Then I'm going to Doncaster for my birthday. I'll probably do a few videos of what I'm doing in Doncaster and put it together when I get back. I'm on
it's lush.
Twitch over the next few days. I'm cooking Viking meatballs tomorrow. So if anybody wants me to do a little video of me cooking some Viking meatballs, I could do that. But I think you've already all seen it before. I'm going to have to go and get this. I'm going to have to get this sorted at the dentist.
What, your face?
This is doing my nothing. This was just a random video talking about random stuff, questions asked. Just a random conversation with the Danny.
Amy's behind. She just came in there with myxomatosis.
Gee, yeah. Just a random conversation. Right? Training next. Right?
Oh, God.
Then, like I said, I could do a bit of Viking meatballs for you, just an extra bonus video. I'm going to come back from Donny, yeah, and I'm going to do a few more theory videos, only a couple. And then I'm going to do some gaming videos. I want to put some gaming videos up for a few weeks. So that's kind of my schedule for the next month or so in videos and that, yeah?
Yeah.
Keep liking. Keep subbing.
Keep Viking.
Hit that bell button so you get all my notifications, because you never know what I'm going to do. You know this. It's always different, always new, always something else. This was just a general conversation. Hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Much love and respect. Peace out.